Today, we are setting sail on the Disney Wish. This is my first time on board, and of course, I'm most excited to check out all of the food because I hear the dining on this ship is next level. I'm gonna be taking you through all three of the rotational dining restaurants: Worlds of Marvel, 1923, and Arendelle, a frozen dining adventure. We'll be going over the menus, I'll be showing you these super unique dining experiences and dinner shows, taste testing all of the food, and hopefully helping you plan what you're gonna eat on board the Disney Wish. Here on the Disney Cruise Line, they do things a little differently than most other cruise lines when it comes to dining. On the Disney ships, you'll find rotational dining, meaning each night you'll be assigned to dine at one of the different restaurants on board and you'll have the same server every night. Here on the Disney Wish, there are three restaurants you'll rotate through: Worlds of Marvel, 1923, and Arendelle. I am on a 3-night sailing, so we'll be hitting each of these restaurants once, starting with Worlds of Marvel. This restaurant offers a dinner show-esque experience. Here, guests will participate in interactive missions with Marvel characters, and there will be a special appearance at the end of your meal. Now, I must admit, this is probably my least anticipated restaurant of the cruise. First, I am not really the biggest fan of Marvel. I haven't really seen any of the movies, and also I haven't heard the best of reviews on this restaurant from my friends who have cruised on the Wish before. I heard the food isn't that great, so I'm going in with kind of low expectations, but I hope it's good. All right, we have made our way inside. We've got ourselves a cozy little table, our first dinner, and here we are, our menu. We're gonna take a look over what we've got to choose from.
Kristen, I know you're at a Marvel restaurant right now. Name 3 Marvel characters right now, please, for my own entertainment, please.
You have 3 Marvel characters on your show.
Shang-Chi,
Okay.
Black Panther,
Okay.
Ant-Man, the Wasp,
Fair enough.
Loki.
Fair enough.
She's got like 5. You
Yeah.
lost that.
Wow.
Should put a wager on it.
She has not
Groot-
seen a Marvel
Groot.
movie.
Groot, Rocket,
Okay.
Gamora.
Fair enough. You know what?
I win.
You need at least.
For appetizers, we can choose from dill and Meyer lemon marinated shrimp, a steamed bao bun with some ginger orange pork belly, hearts of palm with cilantro and lime. That's going to be the plant-based dish. They also have some sautéed mushrooms. And then for salads, there's an heirloom tomato salad, an iceberg wedge. Our soups are a creamed potato soup, a white cheddar and broccoli soup, and then we've got a lamb shawarma salad. You could choose the things that they always have, and then over here are going to be our entrees. They have a bear spiced pork chop, chicken schnitzel, a grilled tuna steak, a pasta with some caramelized scallops. That sounds really good. They have a rosemary roasted beef tenderloin. The vegetarian options are a ricotta gnocchi, which actually sounds delicious, a shiitake and tofu udon, and then the desserts down here, which I think we'll go over this a little bit later. Now, just like on any Disney cruise, you could of course order as many appetizers, as many entrees, as many desserts as you'd like. So we've got a big table here. We're going to be ordering a bunch of food, trying it all so I could show you guys what they've got. Our first round of appetizers has arrived. We went with a couple of soups and a little bao. I want to try these soups here while they're still hot, and we'll start with the potato soup. This is a creamed potato soup with carrots, celery, knockwurst, and thyme. I'm not quite sure what knockwurst is, but I'm assuming it's some type of sausage, and I really like this cutlery. Look, there's like an Avengers symbol on it, and this spoon is very large. Is it supposed to be? Like, it reminds me of like Pim's Test Kitchen, how things in California Adventure, how some things are like really big. Like the soup bowl is really small, and then our spoon is very, very big compared to it. And this soup looks really good. I love potato soup. It looks very thick and creamy, and there's some big chunks of veggies in here as well. Let's see how it tastes. Now, don't come into this expecting like a loaded potato soup. Like, this does not have any cheddar cheesy kind of flavor or any real bacon kind of flavor. It literally just tastes like potato soup with a heavy vegetable kind of flavor. It's good. I enjoy potato soup, and that's what you're getting here. I would personally love some cheddar.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
Happy birthday, dear neighbor. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. I would love some cheddar in here, but it's good as is. We have another soup to get to, though. And this here is the white cheddar and broccolini soup. It's served with toasted cornbread sippets. Now, when it comes to my favorite soups, one of them is probably baked potato, and the other is probably broccoli cheddar. So this is like my dream soup rotation. Oh, Sean's got the pepper out. Oh, this is the pepper king here. Now, this one here looks to be a little bit creamier than the potato soup, but again, really heavy on the broccoli because it's very, very green, way more green than your typical broccoli cheddar soup, and it looks very blended. There aren't any chunks of broccoli in this, at least that I see. It's good. It's seasoned well. It is creamy, but definitely more heavy on that broccoli flavor than any type of cheddar flavor. I feel like it would be really good to mix these two soups together. I'm doing it. I'm going to get a little bit of broccoli cheddar, a little bit of potato, a little 2-for-1. Oh my gosh. Mix them together. Get a bite with both. It makes the potato a little bit creamier. That is the way to go. Get both of these soups and combine them. So good. Well, now onto our steamed bao bun, and this has seared ginger orange pork belly, toasted sesame seeds, pickled daikon, spring onions, and a mirin soy honey glaze. Now, I just had a bao bun the other day, and the bao itself was it was hard as a rock. The first good sign with this one here is that the bun itself is so pillowy soft, and that's what I love to see with a bao. But let's see how this pork in here tastes. Honestly, I really did not expect much from this at all, but as soon as I felt that bao, I was impressed, and I was also impressed by the flavor of this. You really get those orange flavors. Now, the pork belly itself is very, very fatty. I wish it was a little bit more crisp and meaty, but the flavor of those pickled veggies on there is great. The marinade on the pork is great, and the bao itself is like fantastic. I did not expect to get a bao of this high of quality on this ship, and I feel like it's the perfect size. You know, you get a little bao and you can sample all the other appetizers too. I would honestly get everything that I ordered here in this round again. Now, during our dining experience at Worlds of Marvel, there's going to be some interactive elements.
Anyway, tonight, through the power of quantum science, we will show you how together we can change the world.
Now, look, don't worry, kids. Quantum science sounds overwhelming, but trust me, it is.
These are quantum cores, cutting-edge technology that for the first time allows us to specifically target our PIM particles to shrink or grow just about anything.
Please don't get any crumbs on them.
When we give you the direction, you push the buttons on your cores and they
Don't get any crumbs on them.
Hey.
Remotely
Leave my crumbs out of this.
Shrink or grow.
Easy, right? I'll show you. Let's shrink something already, huh?
Do it.
All right, I've got this on my cabinet. Because I couldn't fit it under the bed. Oh, this. Like this? I made this. It's a swan.
Adorable that you think you made a swan.
Anyway, I want to shrink this suitcase and the swan to make it easier to take home.
Well, making it smaller would make it better. Friday, initiate power-up sequence.
Target acquired. Quantum cores are online. Prepare to push your buttons.
Push your button. In 3, 2, 1, go!
It's happening!
Pretty sweet, right?
All right, all of our food has come out, and I think it's safe to say we pretty much ordered the whole menu between all of us. There is so much food on the table. We don't even have room, but I ordered 3 different things to try. I'm most excited for this pasta, so we're going to dig into this first. It has caramelized scallops, angel hair, and a Chardonnay lemon saffron cream with roasted tomatoes and spinach. The pasta's a little dry. It doesn't have much sauce. I kind of want to mix it around, but I really want to dig into these scallops. This is why I ordered this. They're caramelized actually really nicely. Those scallops are actually good. They're good. Your pasta has so much more sauce than mine, though. Look at mine. My pasta does not have enough sauce. My scallops are really, really good, though. I could see if this pasta had enough sauce, it would be great. Because the flavor that I'm, like, tasting is good. And the scallops are great. But let me show you my friend's pasta. I mean, look at that. There's so much sauce there. Even Sean's. Sean has plenty of sauce on the bottom.
You've got zero sauce in your pasta.
I got no sauce. I got no sauce.
Yeah, you have zero. Kristen, you are zero sauceless.
No sauce on my pasta.
You need a little sauce, a little butter, a little oil.
They forgot the sauce on my pasta, but the scallops are great, so we'll stick with it. All right, now for the lamb shawarma salad. This has slow roasted cumin spiced pulled lamb leg in mini pitas with iceberg lettuce, endive, romaine lettuce, sumac onions, tomatoes, pickled red cabbage, roasted chickpeas, cucumber, and a lemon yogurt dressing. Now I ordered this because it said it's from the Shawarma Palace, which I know from Avengers Campus in DC. I get everything I know about Avengers and Marvel from my time in Disney California Adventure. So this is like a cold salad with a ton of veggies here. Yes. Lamb, the crunchy chickpeas. Guys, I did not expect anything from this salad, but it is actually so good. I might even say it's the best thing I have eaten tonight. All the flavors from those pickled veggies are so good, and those crunchy chickpeas are so spicy. I'm not kidding you. This is so good. That creamy yogurt dressing on here is fantastic. You want to try some, Sean?
No shawarma for me. I gotta save myself some dessert on the soft serve ice cream on the 11th.
This lamb is great. All these veggies are good.
Yes.
If you're wanting a salad, this is the way to go. It's lightly dressed. There is a good vinaigrette, or maybe it's just like the drippings from like those pickled veggies, but there's I taste a little bit of a vinaigrette on here. Honestly, these crunchy chickpeas and that yogurt dressing are my favorite part. Could use a little bit more lamb, but honestly, we have so much of the other food that it's gonna be fine. I would definitely get this again if I came here. To round out our entrees, we have the chicken schnitzel. This is a panko crusted chicken breast with butter sauteed potatoes, caramelized onions, long green beans, and a lemon anchovy caper sauce. This is a little chicken cutlet almost, but it's very thick, thicker than your typical chicken cutlet. It seems to be very crispy, a little bit juicy as well. But honestly, this is super basic and lacking a lot of flavor.
How is there another burger?
These caramelized onions on the side, though, are actually really good when you get them with the potatoes. I'm gonna have to get some of these caramelized onions with the chicken because that's like the only flavor that I'm getting from this dish. But the chicken is only good when you get it with the onions. Otherwise, there's not much flavor going on here. It's crispy though, so I'll give them that. But out of everything, the lamb is the best.
Spider-Man!
Hey, Spider-Man!
Hi, Spider-Man.
How you doing, man?
Thanks for all the dinner.
Yeah. I got the schnitzel.
Nice seeing ya.
See you, Spidey.
All right, well, now we are on to dessert, and there are actually a bunch of different options here. We could choose from sticky date pudding, a key lime pie, this layered chocolate cake, a cheesecake bite, a donut sundae, or the no sugar dessert is a flourless chocolate cake. I think we're going to order a couple different ones to sample. Wow, here are the desserts. Oh, yeah, these are mine. The sticky toffee pudding and the chocolate cake. Let's start with this one. This is the Nano Dobos Torta. It's a layered cake with rich chocolate truffle cream and caramel. You know, this is like a little layered cake situation here. It should be very, very chocolatey.
I don't know.
Ooh, I'm dropping stuff. The brain power. You know, it tastes like crunchy cookies with like mousse in between. I don't really taste much caramel. This is just like very mid. I expected a little bit more. It's also not very rich. probably wouldn't get this. And finally, we are on to the subatomic sticky date pudding with salted coconut macaroon, balsamic caramel glaze, and vanilla ice cream. Nate, you're loving this sticky toffee pudding, huh?
Eat it a lot.
All right, we gotta get a little ice cream
I like how they give you a little bread
with the pudding.
too.
Oh, a little bread on the bottom? What is that on the bottom? Is that cookie?
Yeah, it holds the ice cream in the center. Yeah, good.
It's so buttery. And that caramel flavor, it's also like not that sweet because like the dates are giving this all the sweetness, I feel. Honestly, after the lamb, this is like my second favorite thing I've eaten. This is really, really good, especially with that vanilla ice cream. It's a little warm too. Get it with the cake.
That vanilla ice cream is like so much better than ours.
The caramel with this is great.
Our ice cream sundaes were melted.
This is so good. I'm about to eat this whole thing. Okay, first dinner down, I gotta say, my expectations were on the ground, and I don't think Worlds of Marvel was as bad as everyone says it is. I enjoyed almost everything that I ate tonight. A couple of the dishes were definitely standouts. In that lamb dish, for sure. The sticky date pudding, another thing I really enjoyed. And honestly, that bao I kept going back for. The bun on that bao bun was quite delicious. I don't know if it's just because my expectations were so low or what, but Worlds of Marvel was pretty enjoyable if you ask me. So one restaurant down, we still have 2 more to go. Arendelle is up next. Just like that, it is time for our night 2 dinner, and tonight we are dining at Arendelle. Now last night we were at my least anticipated restaurant of the trip, and tonight we are at my most anticipated restaurant of the trip. I am a massive Frozen fan. In fact, my favorite Disney movie possibly of all time is actually Frozen 2. So I am of course really looking forward to dining here at Arendelle. This is actually gonna be a full dinner theater experience where guests celebrate Anna and Kristoff's engagement with Elsa and Olaf, featuring live musical performances, characters, and Nordic cuisine. And the stage for the show is kind of in the middle of the restaurant here, and we are very close to it. It's just a few tables away. We're literally 3 tables away from the stage, and I hear if you're not by the stage, it could really hinder your dining experience here. I'm really excited to see the show, but I'm also really excited for the food because my friend just ate here earlier, and she said this is her favorite restaurant, her favorite meal that she has ever had on board Disney Cruise Line. So let me show you what they got. Starting with the appetizers, and I'm just gonna call them kind of what they're described as because some of these pronunciations are a little bit difficult, but this one up here has some smoked salmon. This one down here has some asparagus, I guess, and then we have the royal baked scallops, which I have heard some great things about. We have a cheese and rosemary ham tart, our 2 salads down here, a potato and carrot salad, and then a baby field green salad. Of course, we've got some soups as well, a carrot soup, which I have also heard great things about, and a pea soup. We've got our bread service, our lighter options down here, and then moving on to our entrees. There's a pork tenderloin, a potato lefse, a cod fillet, a meatball. These should be like almost IKEA meatballs, I feel like. There's a plant-based beef dish. There's also some chicken with some duck confit, potatoes, a ribeye. They always have some type of beef, and then desserts, which again we'll go over when it's dessert time. Big summer blowout.
Oh, big summer blowout. But tonight it is big engagement party blowout.
Oh!
Oh my lord. Look at all that.
Oh, I just saw it open again. Oh, here comes that open.
We do. So everyone, please kindly raise up a glass to whatever you are drinking and join us in tossing the happy coffin. Repeat after me to Queen Anna and Kristoff.
You're supposed to say Anna and Kristoff, Sean. Sven. Okay, well, after a brief little performance, our appetizers have come to the table, and I saw this dish coming around, and I was really hoping it was one that I ordered, and sure enough, it is this beautiful little bowl topped with some, I'm assuming some buttery puff pastry here. It definitely is one of the things that I ordered, and it looks so good. We have to dive into this first. This is Elsa's Royal Baked Scallops. It's actually a shrimp tarragon bisque with rainbow carrots, leeks, and a flaky pastry. I'm assuming there's also some scallops in here that they forgot to mention. We gotta break the pastry here. Oh yeah, this is very, very flaky. Everyone is saying how good this is. Oh yeah, it's definitely like a little... I could smell the bisque in here. Oh yeah, and I think this is a whole entire scallop inside. I want to kind of get everything together though. How am I gonna do this? I feel like I need a spoon for this. Let me get a spoon. Okay. This is more like it. I think there's 2 full scallops in here.
This looks like be our guest.
This might be up there with one of my favorite appetizers on Disney Cruise Line, up with those truffle pastas from Animator's Palette, which is saying a lot. That's huge. Because I usually get them at every single dinner when I'm on one of the other class of ships, which, if you didn't know, when you're on a Disney cruise ship, you could order food from the other restaurants to your restaurant. Is that the same on the Wish? I think so. So I might see if I could get this tomorrow night as well, because this is so good. It totally tastes like a lobster bisque, and then you get those scallops in there, not overcooked or anything, and when that flaky crust kind of soaks up all of that bisque on the bottom, it's so... oh my god. This is really good. Sean, did you get this?
I did not.
You should.
It looks like it belongs at Be Our Guest.
We've also got Sven's favorite carrot soup with caraway and rye snippets. I had no plans of getting this soup here until I heard that it was really good and I had to try it out. I was gonna get something else, but I heard I had to try out Sven's special soup here. So
What's so special about it?
I don't know what's special about it. We're about to find out. That's interesting. It has a little bit of a spice to it, but it's also a little bit sweet. It's interesting. It definitely just tastes like blended carrots. This has a great consistency, so we're all good there. And the flavor is really good. Like I said, it has a good kick to it. But if I'm being honest, I'm going all back for that scallop dish. I've already eaten all the scallops out of there, but I've still got a little bit of that puff pastry that I'm going to be dunking in the rest of that shrimp bisque. That is hands down probably the best thing I've eaten on the ship so far.
Are you enjoying everything so far?
We are. I love the scallops. I think they were Elsa's, right?
Elsa's favorite. Yes.
And I love the carrot soup.
Oh, that's Sven's favorite.
Of course, yes. Make sure you save him just a little bit, okay? Else you might eat Olaf's nose.
Yes, that's why we planted a carrot garden, just in case that happens.
He gets very hungry.
So after Anna and Kristoff, I think Elsa is coming by next, and I honestly didn't know. They kind of come around to each table. Now, they're just like brief interactions. You can't take photos or get autographs or anything. They just talk to you for like a couple seconds, but it's better than I expected. I didn't expect any of this, so this is really cool. Okay, well, we are right onto entrees, and once again, our table is completely full. We all wanted to kind of like sample everything. You know, I've never been to this restaurant, so I want to try as much as possible, and the 2 dishes I got came highly recommended. First, we are going to dig into these braised meatballs with a rosemary cream reduction, egg noodles, and lingonberry chutney. Okay, so these meatballs are kind of in like a gravy, and sorry for the music, the show has started back up, but they're in like a brown gravy, and then they have just a little bit of that lingonberry jam on top. I can never have too much lingonberry jam, so I think I'm gonna wish there was a little bit more, but I tried to get some on my meatball here, which we're gonna try first. That sauce is actually amazing. It's creamy. It tastes like a creamy brown gravy, but totally need more of that jam. The meatballs themselves are super soft and really flavorful. They are absolutely delicious in that gravy. Wow. These are good. The gravy too is like a little bit cheesy almost. I definitely taste a little bit of Parmesan, maybe like a sharp Parmesan. I was thinking they were going to taste more like IKEA, but honestly, these taste way more homemade than IKEA. So, once again, I am beyond impressed. And I thought these noodles were going to be more like when they said egg noodle, I thought it would be more like a spatzel or something, but it's like a tagliatelle pasta, very lightly sauced. So I tried to soak up a little bit more of the sauce from the meatballs. And that sauce is just great. I feel like you can put that sauce on anything, and it's going to be good here.
Happy Snowman!
A little bit more sauce and a little bit more jam, this would be perfect, but all the flavors are so good. I really like this. Those meatballs are going to be hard to follow up, but next we have the crisp panko Icelandic cod fillet. This has a pea and potato puree, rainbow carrots, and some different sauces that I cannot pronounce, unfortunately. Okay, this fish seems to be very, very crispy here. And very flaky as well, which I heard from the earlier dinner. That fish is perfectly crispy. That panko breading is absolutely amazing. It reminds me a lot of the cod dish that they always have at the Cabanas buffet on the older ships. I get it every time on the first day when you're boarding, the boarding buffet. They always have like a panko crusted cod, and it's always like my favorite thing on that buffet. This is just like a bigger version of that. The fish is also cooked beautifully. Absolutely perfectly. I just need more seasoning. Need a little salt and pepper on this, maybe a little bit other flavor. I know it said this had some different like sauces, but I am really not tasting much of anything. It could use maybe like some type of buttery, white wine, lemony kind of sauce, or maybe even just like a lemon wedge would be really good with this, but I need a thicker sauce or some type of sauce here because I'm not tasting much. We've also got this pea and potato puree. It just tastes like mashed potatoes. Not very creamy though. It just tastes like not creamy or buttery mashed potatoes. Not very heavy on the seasoning either, but this fish, I gotta say, this fish is pretty good. Like, despite the lack of seasoning, it's still cooked perfectly and super crispy. And I could always appreciate a good crispy piece of fish. So I would definitely order both of these entrees again. We're on a Disney cruise, so you could order as many as you'd like. But if I were to only pick one, I'm going meatballs.
You're going to try the apple cake. Chocolate bar, what is it? Let's try these. I might get chocolate on it. Sorry. That's good. Got it. We have it really good.
Chef Mickey's. Yo! I was like, it gets crazy here at Arendelle. Okay, the show is over. That was absolutely insane. I have no idea what just happened, but we have to get to dessert. We've got two to try, one chocolate, one not. We're gonna start with chocolate. This is the Trolls Family Rock chocolate bar with chocolate cake, pistachio cookie rocks, and a hibiscus meringue. Let's see what's inside here. Looks like a little bit of of a mousse, but I want to get some of that pistachio as well. And the hibiscus. Honestly, this just tastes like any traditional Disney dome cake. A thin layer of like crunchy chocolate on the bottom, a coating of chocolate crumbs on the top, and chocolate mousse in the center. It's nothing really out of the ordinary. I was hoping for a little bit more pistachio flavor and even some hibiscus flavor. I would have loved like some fruity kind of chocolate or some nutty kind of chocolate, but really the hibiscus and the pistachio flavors are just like on the side there and kind of an afterthought and aren't really incorporated into this dessert. And even when you scoop some of them up, you cannot taste it at all. The chocolate just overpowers everything. And now for the butter cake with a baked almond meringue, vanilla cream, and a berry compote. This I feel like is going to be more up my alley because I love any dessert with an almond kind of flavor, especially almond and berry here. And I love a dessert that isn't too sweet, and I feel like that's what this is going to be. It looks like it has like some type of custard in the center. This tastes so similar to a cream puff in both texture and taste. Like the custard in the center tastes like a cream puff, and the like cake kind of stuff on the top and bottom has that cream puff kind of consistency to where it's not necessarily like a cake, but it's like a cream puff almost. I think it's gonna go really good with the berries as well. For sure, those berries make it even better because they're really, really tart. This is good. This is definitely the better dessert of the two. And your bite of the night. My bite of the night? That's really good. Well, guys, I have got to say, that dinner was absolutely amazing. Everything from the show to the food, I honestly loved it all. It was just such a good time. First of all, I think the interior of that restaurant is so beautiful. The attention to detail with everything is super, super impressive. Any Frozen fan is gonna love that restaurant, but I feel like anyone who doesn't even love Frozen is going to be able to appreciate this restaurant. I thought the show was super, super fun. It's honestly kind of like the Hoop-De-Doo Review. If you guys have ever been to Disney World, the Hoop-De-Doo Review at Fort Wilderness is one of my favorite things to do at Disney World, and it incorporates everything I love about the Hoop-De-Doo Review with one of my favorite Disney movies in Frozen. You get a full show with your dinner, music, singing, dancing with all of the Frozen characters. This show was phenomenal, and all of the performers in it were just fantastic. I enjoyed the food at Marvel last night, and I gotta say, we are only getting better. The food at Arendelle tonight was fantastic. I might even say the food was some of my favorite that I have ever had at a rotational dining restaurant on board a Disney cruise ship, which is a lot coming from me because I am a massive fan of Animator's Palette, but I think I might like Arendelle more. The food was so good. Those scallops, the meatballs, I'd even say the cod was good. The butter cake at the end, honestly, very, very impressive. And when you kind of wrap all those elements up into one, it just creates a fantastic restaurant. So tomorrow we have 1923. Arendelle is going to be very, very tough to beat, but we keep getting better from Worlds of Marvel to Arendelle. So I have high hopes again for 1923. We'll see if it's better than Arendelle though. Guys, it is the final night of our cruise, and I am very, very sad. If you couldn't tell, it was our castaway day. I am quite toasty, and also if you couldn't tell, I already told you, so I spoiled it, but it is also our 1923 dinner. I got my Walt shirt I am repping, and it's only right because we are in the Walt dining room. 1923 is named after the year the Walt Disney Company was founded, and it actually celebrates the history of the company. There are two dining rooms in the restaurant, the Walt Disney side and the Roy Disney side. As I mentioned, we are seated on the Walt side tonight. Well, since we are on the Walt side, I say we'll all order a Scotch Mist and a bowl of chili.
Oh,
That sounds delicious.
Nice little Scotch Mist, just like how Walt liked it.
He would have loved it. I agree. I don't think that's on the menu though, so
They can make it.
I think they could. I think think they might be able to pull through.
One round of Scotch Mist.
Around for the table. Okay, well, I don't think there's any chili actually on the menu, but we do have some other things that I hear are very good for appetizers. We could choose from tuna tortelloni, some burrata mozzarella and prosciutto, or a duck confit. We have some salads. There is a pear salad, a split Napa baby romaine lettuce salad. For our soups, as always, there's a corn chowder, a tomato soup, and then over, what is this? Sweetly, oh, this is our dessert menu here. We'll go over this a little bit later. Oh, there's a good sundae on the menu?
There's a great sundae and churros.
Oh, sundae and churros? Okay, we'll talk about this one later. For entrees, there's some pasta, a salmon, chicken, a rack of lamb, or a filet. I don't think we've had a steak yet on this cruise, so I might have to go with a steak. These are the vegetarian options here, and then the lighter options here. Well, our appetizers have arrived, and I decided to go with two. I got the pasta as well as the burrata. This pasta here leaves a lot to be desired visually, but we're gonna start by trying it out. This is the Hyperion 4-cheese tricolor tortelloni. It has Meyer lemon, artichoke, sun-dried tomato, and baby spinach. It's in this green kind of, I guess the spinach in here is in this kind of sauce, and the plating on this, it just doesn't look great. I expected a little bit more from the plating here, but I've heard great things about it, so we'll see how it is. I'm not really getting much of this lemon that is supposed to be in this, and this tortellini just tastes like frozen tortellini that you could kind of get at the grocery store. I wish this sauce here was more like a pesto. Like, it's green, so with the spinach, sometimes they can make like a spinach pesto, but it really doesn't have much flavor at all. It just tastes like frozen tortellini, to be honest. Oh my god, Sean is putting so much pepper in his soup.
That's a good pepper shaker.
So visually and taste-wise, this in fact leaves a lot to be desired. See, I wanted to order this because one of my favorite dishes on the Disney Cruise Line are the truffle pasta purses from Animator's Palette on some of the other ships. So I saw like tortellini, and I was kind of thinking this would be similar, but it is unfortunately not similar at all. It's not great. I probably wouldn't get this again. I think this burrata here is going to be a bit better. This is the burrata mozzarella cheese and prosciutto. It has a crisp cranberry and sunflower seed phyllo with a charred blood orange. Let's get into this burrata here, and they did give us like a whole piece of burrata. I hate that Space 220 is going to catch a stray right now, but I paid a lot of money for a lunch at Space 220 recently, and they didn't even give me a whole burrata. So it's crazy that here on the cruise they give you a whole piece of burrata, and it looks very, very tasty. You know, burrata cheese is like really hard to mess up. You could pretty much serve it to me anyway, and it's going to be delicious. I mean, it's good, but at the end of the day, this is just burrata cheese. I feel like this needs something to kind of tie it together. I need some olive oil, some salt, some pepper, some balsamic. At the end of the day, it's literally just a hunk of burrata cheese with nothing really dressing this plate. I mean, it's good. When you get a bite with the prosciutto and everything, it's good, but I can't believe they didn't just like drizzle some olive oil and maybe some flaky salt on top of this. But it's still good, don't get me wrong. And I would still get this again because you cannot go wrong with burrata. What happened, guys? Table is looking a little bit empty tonight. I think we went a little light on the entrees. A lot of cookies. A lot of cookies. A lot of cookies at Castaway. But the entrees are here. We got a little bit of everything to try, and I'm gonna start with this here pasta. This is the tortiglione pasta. It has a prosecco cream, pancetta, shallots, cremini mushrooms, and lemon thyme. You know, we've just been indulging in so much prosecco this cruise, I figured we'd keep it up with this pasta. And I don't know if I expected it to necessarily look like this, because it kind of just looks like an Alfredo sauce. And I feel like I've been ordering a lot of pasta on this cruise, totally unintentionally. It's just been kind of what's standing out to me on the menu here. But it looks like we've got some bacon, some mushrooms, some rigatoni. Hope it's good. Okay, that sauce is actually really delicious. It's very light. It's not as like rich and thick and creamy as a typical Alfredo sauce, and you really get those notes of that white wine and that Prosecco coming through. The crispy pancetta in this is actually really good, and from the looks of it, I thought this pasta was going to be very, very dry. You know, when it was placed on the table, it didn't look too hot, but you really have to stir it around because there's a lot of sauce underneath all the pasta. Once you stir it and you incorporate everything, then you'll see that it is quite saucy, and there is plenty of sauce in there. It just looked a little bit dry at first, but the pancetta is great in here. The mushrooms are tasty as well. The sauce is great. Pasta is cooked well. It's not like totally stand out, but it's a good option. Moving on to the 1923 peppered filet mignon. This has buttered long green beans, smoked bacon, crushed fingerling potato hash, and a pink pepper cafe au lait. They actually presented the sauce table side, and I'm assuming this is like a peppercorn sauce here, which I do really love on my steak, which I ordered medium rare here. Doesn't look to be very tender, just upon cutting into it. And it looks more like a medium than a medium rare, but we're still gonna enjoy it. Easily the best part of this steak here is the sauce. It's a pretty decent peppercorn sauce. This is definitely not the most tender, best cut of meat I've had on board Disney Cruise Line. I think they have a really decent Chateaubriand on some of the other ships, but it's definitely not the worst either. I mean, if you're looking for a fillet, it's okay. It's okay. It's definitely enjoyable here. We've got some mashed potatoes that look to be a little bit dry. And our green beans have been wrapped in some bacon. If you're gonna wrap a vegetable in bacon, I feel like it cannot be fatty and undercooked like this. It's gotta be crisp. And this unfortunately has not been cooked for long enough. So overall, between appetizers and entrees, I feel like this has been a very average meal, which I was not expecting from this restaurant. I mean, nothing was bad, but nothing was really like great. But I know a lot of other people at the table, especially Nate. Nate loved his meal, so maybe I just ordered the wrong thing here. The desserts actually just came out, but I want to show you guys what's on the menu for our options before I tell you what I actually got. You could choose from some churros, a flourless orange almond cake, a Fuji apple cheesecake. Their ice cream sundae is a hot chocolate fudge sundae. We haven't gotten the hot fudge sundae, so I did get that. Their signature dessert is the blueberry lemon Bavarian cream, and then there's also a tapioca pudding. Our ice cream sundae is already melting, so let's try this first. The Hollywood Hills hot chocolate fudge sundae with vanilla ice cream, fudge brownie bites, and fresh whipped cream and a cherry. I always love the ice cream sundaes at the restaurants. I don't know how I went this whole cruise without ordering one here. I love the cookies and cream one at Animator's Palette. That's my favorite one, but I also love brownie sundaes. Very melty.
Soup.
Ice cream soup. But I love ice cream soup.
You didn't get the marble one? I had one marble. They put a little donut.
This is
The
very
donut
good.
sundae. I didn't get the donut sundae at Marvel. But it just tastes like a hot fudge sundae. But honestly, it's kind of hitting the spot right now. A classic dessert for a classic restaurant for a classic man. Of Walt Disney I'm talking about. And you guys know me, I love blueberry lemon, so I had to order this Burbank blueberry lemon Bavarian cream as well, with Ecuador vanilla bean, lemon rocks, and a dried raspberry meringue. Let's see. I'm not getting much lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Very light on the lemon.
That's because I just did it without the blueberry. The first bite was all lemon.
Yeah, I'm not getting much lemon at all. Very light on the lemon. I just tried the Bavarian cream on its own, and I still am not getting much lemon. I like my lemony desserts extra lemony. And it's like okay, it's decent, but I need a lot more lemon flavor in this. I hear the churros are good, and we actually got some of the churros for the table.
Who said that?
You ordered them.
I didn't say they were good. I thought it was lemony fresh.
They just taste like the park churros, though. We've officially eaten at all 3 restaurants. Before I tell everyone my favorite restaurant, I need to hear from you guys. Nate, favorite restaurant out of the 3 we've eaten at?
Arendelle.
Why?
It's the total package. Characters, show, all you can eat food, themed dining room, and the food is themed too, like Norwegian. So total package, best Disney restaurant I've ever eaten at.
That is a very, very bold statement. Mr. Kloss, Mr. Platinum?
You know what? I will agree. Frozen is a great dining experience, but I did like the Coco one on the Disney Treasure better.
We're talking about the Wish.
I know. That's what I'm getting to. Don't you worry. I like 1923, where we're at right now. The sundaes are great. The filet. They had some great soups tonight. And the decor in here is just so cozy and classy, you know? I feel like Walt would really appreciate this one. You know, the displays. It's nice. All the animation over time. I like this one.
I think my favorite restaurant in the Disney Wish is 1923. It's classic. I think Worlds of Marvel and Arendelle are fun. I like that there are interactive elements to it. But after doing back-to-back show-oriented restaurants, it's kind of nice to sit back and just enjoy your meal and enjoy the company of your party. And yeah. 1923. It's worth waking up Walt about. What did we say? It's worth
waking Walt up.
1923 is worth waking up Walt for sure.
Well, that is it. We have officially dined at all 3 restaurants. And before I tell you guys my favorite restaurant on board the Disney Wish, like my friends, I want to talk to you guys about 1923 and give you guys my review of that restaurant. I love absolutely anything and everything to do with Disney history and anything to do with the history of Walt Disney and Roy Disney. So I absolutely loved the interior and the design of this restaurant and the little nods to the history of the company. And I thought everything was so beyond tastefully done. It wasn't overboard or too in-your-face Disney, but the little nods and touches were still there, and I just really, really enjoyed it. Food-wise, I did expect the food to be a little bit better. I expected to be quite impressed, but with that still being said, I still think 1923 is far better than any of the other restaurants on board any of the other Disney Cruise Line ships that I have been on. And I guess that kind of wraps up into my whole review of the food and the restaurants here on the Disney Wish. I think all 3 restaurants, Worlds of Marvel, Arendelle, and 1923 are all fantastic. I think all 3 of these restaurants are, again, far better in food, in theming, in show than any of the older Disney Cruise Line ships that I have been on, in the Wonder, in the Dream, and the Magic. I had such fantastic dining experiences all throughout, in the show elements, in the theming of the restaurants, and in the food as well. I really, really enjoyed pretty much all of the food that I had throughout all 3 of the restaurants. Seriously, just very, very impressive. The quality of pretty much all the food was off the charts. But if I had to pick a favorite restaurant, I'm sticking with Arendelle from night number 2. I thought the show was amazing. I love dinner and a show, and it wasn't just the show that I loved. I thought the food was fantastic. Again, I thought that scallop dish, the baked scallop dish appetizer, was one of the best things I have ever had on a Disney ship. If you guys have been on the Disney Wish before, drop a comment down below letting me know which of the 3 rotational dining restaurants is your favorite, whether it's Worlds of Marvel, 1923, or Arendelle. With that being said, it is our final night on board the Wish. I am very, very sad about it, but thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I appreciate your support. I'm already looking forward to my next cruise, and I'll see you guys on it.